There's a massive misconception when North Americans look to retire in the Yucatán Peninsula that you have to choose between the scorching inland heat of Mérida or the sky-high Gringo Tax of the Riviera Maya. But what if you want affordable waterfront living with easy access to heavy-duty first-world infrastructure without the massive tourist crowds? What if you could wake up every single morning next to a breathtaking, crystal-clear, 7-color blue lagoon? What if you could secure a quiet lifestyle in an authentic Mexican pueblo with a growing but intimate expat community while offloading all your heavy commercial and medical overhead directly onto a major capital city infrastructure just 30 minutes down the road? Welcome back to Affordable Retirement Abroad. I'm Bill Hare, and today on GeoPension Journeys, we're putting Bacalar in the Yucatan through our unvarnished official 10-category report card audit. Bacalar is world-renowned as the Maldives of Mexico for its crystal-clear turquoise waters and wooden overwater piers. But can a retiree expat actually live there? On this channel, we reject generic real estate marketing fluff to look at relocation through a strict financial and logistical lens. We use the GeoPension framework, the data-driven reality that changing your geography is the single fastest way to fix your long-term fixed income runway without compromising safety or peace of mind. So, by using the exact same metrics from our Campeche, Valladolid, and Chetumal deep dives, you'll be able to make a strict apples-to-apples baseline comparison to see if Bacalar can help you double your fixed income runway. Let's jump straight into the data. A single retiree can live a very comfortable lifestyle in Bacalar for around $1,400 to $2,100 per month, while a retired couple can easily secure a full, dignified landing runway for $1,800 to, say, $2,600 per month, provided you bypass dollarized waterfront tourist rentals and utilize local domestic listing strategies just a few blocks inland from the lagoon. If you stay on the immediate lagoon front, you're going to pay premium tourist prices for dining and entertainment, but step just 3 blocks inland into the actual pueblo and the cost of daily life plummets. Fresh local produce at neighborhood frutarias, inexpensive street tacos, and domestic utility services mean your daily baseline expenditures, what I call your drink prices, stay remarkably low. Bacalar punches far above its weight for boutique dining, lakeside cafes, and local artisanal markets. But the real GeoPension hack is how you handle your heavy retail needs. Don't pay high boutique markup prices inside the pueblo. For bulk items, groceries, and Western goods, you simply make a short weekly supply run down to Chetumal's massive commercial center to hit the Walmart and Sam's Club. You get the peace of a village with the convenience of a metropolis. So for pure budget preservation away from the waterfront zone, Bacalar really stands out. Now let's turn to our 10 categories. Number 1, housing cost fit. This is where you have to be highly strategic. Waterfront real estate on the lagoon is tightly held and incredibly expensive. However, if you execute the local portal strategy we teach on this channel, bypassing the English-facing expat portals and instead using websites like inmuebles24.com, you will find comfortable, modern, 2-bedroom, standalone Mexican homes just a few blocks inland renting for between $550 and $850 a month. I extensively walked these neighborhoods and found very appealing rental and purchase options. It's an exceptional value for a world-class water destination, earning a 7.5 out of 10. Number 2, healthcare access. This is an essential logistical reality check. Bacalar itself only features small pharmacies and basic medical clinics for routine issues. It lacks deep emergency room or surgical infrastructure. However, your absolute safety net is the fact that you're sitting exactly 30 minutes north of Chetumal. Chetumal features premier private hospitals like Clínica Carranza, where rotating teams of world-class specialists regularly travel down from Mexico City. You are offloading your healthcare to a capital city, meaning you just have to manage the 30-minute transport corridor. It fields a 6.5 out of 10. Number 3, safety and stability. Personal security is the number one anxiety for fixed-income explorers. Because Bacalar's local economy is entirely centered around low-impact, eco-conscious boutique tourism rather than high-turnover, all-inclusive mega-resorts, it has successfully preserved its peaceful, sleepy pueblo atmosphere. Violent crime is extremely rare here. It's a tight-knit community where locals and expats look out for one another, making it highly reassuring for single or couple retirees. The Bacalar area has a U.S. State Department safety rating of 2, on par with Italy or Germany. Overall, it earns a secure 8 out of 10. Number 4, walkability and transport. Bacalar Centro and the blocks surrounding the historic fort are beautifully walkable, flat, and filled with senior-friendly pathways. The ADO bus system serves Bacalar through a dedicated station located on the main highway at the edge of town, offering reliable first-class, air-conditioned coach service that connects this tranquil lagoon destination to major regional hubs like Cancun, Tulum, Playa del Carmen, and Chetumal. The massive infrastructure upgrade here is the brand new Tren Maya rail station on the edge of town, giving you high-speed links to the rest of the peninsula. The deduction here comes from the last-mile reality. Once you move into the newer residential zones, sidewalks become highly uneven or completely unpaved gravel. While Bacalar feels like a remote paradise, its travel plumbing is exceptionally efficient. Just a short drive from Bacalar, you can now explore the ancient Maya city of Izabal, a massive recently unveiled archaeological site that features pyramids even taller than those at Chichen Itza, finally offering visitors a rare glimpse into a monumental lost city that remained hidden deep in the jungle for decades. Also, you're a straightforward 30-minute drive from the Chetumal International Airport, which offers daily connections to Mexico City and beyond. Furthermore, the newly operational Tren Maya rail networks let you step out of your neighborhood and take a fast air-conditioned train ride straight up to Cancun or over to Mérida without ever touching a car. This all gives you incredible border flexibility, matching out at 6.5 out of 10. Number 5, community and belonging. If you're looking for an insulated English-only bubble where you never have to learn a word of Spanish, Bacalar is not the layout for you. The expat community here is relatively small, growing, and heavily eco-conscious. These are transplants who want to learn the language, respect the native culture, and integrate seamlessly into the local community. It's a highly supportive, warm environment, but it requires a mindset of active participation. There are a number of Facebook groups covering Bacalar to jumpstart your community building. Overall, it scores a balanced 7.0 out of 10. And if you're ready for a deeper dive into retiring to Mexico, check out my new book, How to Retire to the Yucatán on a Social Security Budget. It is so hot off the presses, I have to hold it with this oven mitt. Scan the QR code right here on the screen, or click the Amazon link at the very top of the video description to grab your copy today. Now let's wrap up the final 5 categories. Number 6, language and English access, 7 out of 10. Bacalar is fundamentally a Spanish-speaking pueblo, not a purpose-built tourist enclave. While you will find basic English spoken in central hotels and some lagoon-front restaurants, the day-to-day operations of the town, from local markets and utility offices to neighborhood hardware stores, require at least a functional command of Spanish or the willingness to leverage real-time digital translation tools like Google Translate. Because it lacks the heavy English-dominant expat bubble of northern hubs like Playa del Carmen, you shouldn't rely on English as a default. But this very barrier is precisely what keeps the area authentic, affordable, and free from the hyperinflated Gringo Tax that plagues more convenient destinations. Category 7, Climate and Environment. Let's talk straight. If you're highly averse to intense heat and muggy tropical environments, the lowlands of Quintana Roo State will test you. Summer temperatures consistently push back 90 degrees Fahrenheit with very high humidity. The saving grace that keeps Bacalar livable compared to the deep inland hubs like Valladolid is the constant afternoon breeze sweeping off the lagoon surface. Still, you must factor the cost of running that mini-split air conditioning into your monthly ledger. A big plus for Bacalar is it does not suffer from the massive sargassum seaweed issues that affect Caribbean-facing destinations like Playa del Carmen and Tulum in the warmer months. It's protected by its geography, so those turquoise lagoons are pristine year-round. Overall score, 6 out of 10. Number 8, pet friendliness and care. Bacalar is an exceptionally pet-friendly pueblo, characterized by its outdoor-centric, lagoon-focused lifestyle where dogs are commonly seen accompanying their owners on walks through the Zocalo and along the waterfront docks. While you won't find the large-scale pet resorts or specialized grooming boutiques typical of North American suburbs, the town is well served by reliable local veterinarians who handle routine vaccinations, common tropical health needs, and standard preventative care at a fraction of U.S. costs. The overall vibe is welcoming and laid back, though, as with any tropical destination, proactive tick and parasite management is a non-negotiable requirement for your pet's long-term health. Bacalar earns a solid 7.5 out of 10 for balancing pet-inclusive culture with functional local veterinary support. Number 9, visas and practicality. This is where Bacalar hits the same strict regulatory wall as the rest of the nation. As we've detailed on this channel, Mexico's 2026 financial solvency minimums have climbed dramatically, with consulates requiring over $4,300 US a month in proven income for temporary residency, or at least savings of $75,000. However, because you're sitting right on the southern border corridor, savvy fixed-income explorers have the unique flexibility to cross the bridge and look at highly accessible residency paths in nearby Belize if they want an alternative side door. Check out my recent border hack videos on this very topic. So on a pure Mexican evaluation though, the entry bar remains high, 6.0 out of 10. Finally, number 10, the vibe check. The overall vibe in Bacalar can best be described as Tulum 20 years ago. A sleepy, unhurried, low-impact Pueblo Mágico that has deliberately rejected the hyper-commercialized, high-overhead, all-inclusive resort hustle of the northern Riviera Maya. Life here is structured almost entirely around the tranquil rhythms of its mesmerizing freshwater lagoon of 7 colors. The daytime soundtrack isn't thumping beach club bass, but rather the gentle lapping of crystal clear water against raw wooden docks and the rustle of palapas in the constant afternoon breeze. While a growing bohemian chic expat community and a vibrant selection of farm-to-table cafes cluster near the waterfront, the village center remains firmly tied to its authentic, family-run Mexican roots. And the food is top-notch. Check out this delicious, locally made salsa matcha that I got addicted to when the charming owner of my B&B set it out on the breakfast table each morning of my stay. Overall, Bacalar is a peaceful, highly integrated ecosystem designed for slow travel and mindful budget allocation, making it an incredible oasis for retirees who value quiet nature and small-town social fabric over synthetic tourist bubbles. So the data has been crunched. Bacalar, Mexico matches out with a final official score of 69 out of 100 on our GeoPension Index. It is a physically spectacular, remarkably safe location that allows you to offload your commercial and medical infrastructure needs directly onto nearby Chetumal while enjoying a slow-paced, low-cost daily lifestyle next to the water. But I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. Would you prefer the quiet, eco-conscious layout of Bacalar Lagoon, or do you need the heavy, immediate big city amenities of a spot like Mérida or Playa del Carmen? Let me know your strategy down in the thread. And make sure to click the link in the pinned comment to grab your copy of my new Amazon book, How to Retire to the Yucatán on a Social Security Budget. And hit that subscribe button for our upcoming road trips into the Mexican colonial highlands and the Baja Peninsula. I'll see you in the next video.